Alright guys, before the video starts, let me level with you. I am not a sound engineer. I don't know what I'm doing. This was a spur of the moment experimentation. I used what I had laying around the house. So, I'm sure there are better ways to do this. I'm sure people have done it better than I have. I just wanted to upload my findings with my simple setup. So with that out of the way, let's get to the video. Alright, so my buddy is lending me his Blue Yeti for some audio tests because he told me that it's much better than what I'm currently using, the Snowball. So I decided to give it a few tries. But that got me thinking, what exactly is the difference between a microphone, like these, and a speaker? Well, I'm no sound engineer, I am not an audiophile. I don't work with these a lot other than basic recordings, so all the science behind it has been done for me. But in my head, really the only difference between the two is the direction the sound is traveling. Now obviously, as we can see from this, microphones, this is one from a set of headphones, microphones are generally a lot smaller than any speaker is going to be. So if I were to talk into a speaker and try to play it through a microphone, it would probably blow something. Probably break and fry and cause all kinds of damage. However, if I speak into a speaker and pump what I get out of a speaker, what damage could there really be? So I was willing to take those risks. I tried it out, and here's what I came up with. Okay. So the three speakers I used for this experiment, I used this giant generic subwoofer, I used this generic mid-range, and I used this generic tweeter. For a cord, I took an old pair of headphones that had a microphone in them. I cut back, stripped the wires, and soldered them to the contacts for each test. Now, if you want to do this for yourself and give it a try, I can't give you exactly which wires are going to be what, but I can tell you what they were for these headphones. These headphones had a blue wire, which was positive, non-shielded ground wire, and then in here, I don't know if you can see that, focus, I gotta get that camera that Ave has.
Focus, you fuck.
Has this green wire that would go up to the headphones. So I cut the green wire and taped it in place so it wasn't touching anything else. I found that was causing a lot of interference with my tests. And as well as the left headphones, I cut them off and taped them apart. So that was how I did my setup, and I will now show you the audio tests. Alright, this is the mid-range speaker. Hopefully my camera can pick up on how loud I have to yell into this thing just to get this level of audio. Alright, this is the mid-range speaker. Hopefully my camera can pick up on how loud I have to yell into this thing just to get this level of audio. Alright, and this is a big bass speaker. I'm trying to hold the same volume in my voice to see what kind of volume we get in the recording. Alright, and this is a big bass speaker. I'm trying to hold the same volume in my voice to see what kind of volume we get in the recording. Alright, and now I'm yelling into the tweeter. This is a very small speaker. Let's see how the audio comes through. Whoa. I'm actually really excited that that worked. The results weren't all that great. Very noisy. That may have been something to do with my setup, but hey, it worked. The proof of concept was there. And if you think about it, there's a certain kind of microphone that all it has is just a diaphragm, a coil, a core, and then wires where it transmits the signal. It has a speaker where the signal comes in, and it goes to the coils, which affects the core, which affects the diaphragm. So in theory, it should have worked, and it did, as we saw in the recording. Granted, not as well as a dedicated microphone, but the science is there. So I'm glad it worked out. I was a little surprised. I theorized that the mid-range speaker would work. It would just be much, much quieter than the subwoofer. As you can see, there's a big difference in size. So I figured more hitting the cone, more effect to the coil. That may have something to do with how these things are built to begin with. Again, I don't know that much. I simply had a theory. I tried the theory with materials I had at my disposal, and I got an outcome, and I'm rather happy with it. So I hope you guys are happy with my experiment. Tell me what you think about it down below. Tell me how I could improve the experiment, or please link videos to better experiments on the same subject down below. Remember to hit that like button. I have a Patreon page if you want to hit that iCard hidden up in the corner. But until then, I'll see you guys in the next video. Thank you very much. Bye-bye.